The election over, but the frustration remains for some voters in the capital region. We begin with the follow-up to the story we brought you yesterday, but the man who found out someone else had voted in his place.
Yeah, that was just one example of the voting problems at the polls, and as Craig Smith shows us now, there is an explanation now for just what happened there.
James M. Johnson of Clifton Park was surprised to see someone signed his name at the Halfmoon Senior Center, so he contacted CBS6 thinking we might help figure it out.
I'm not like on a witch hunt to find out, did somebody commit fraud in my name? It was just a little suspect, and the way they handled it left me a little less than confident about the process.
Turns out, according to Elections Commissioner Roger Schiera, this man signed Johnson's name, and with good reason. His name is also James M. Johnson, but he signed the voter list at the District 11 table, and he lives in District 14.
Did everything seem to go smoothly at the polling place?
When I got there, yeah, they didn't mention it at the polling place. I went and signed in and voted.
Just like every other time, huh?
And then caught it on the news later.
Then at the end, we look at it and say, well, all right, what do we have to do now? Was a mistake made by the election inspectors? And again, I'm not predicting that. But if it was, we have to speak to them. Then we have to stress that we have to adjust our training.
Something similar happened to CBS6 reporter Brandon Lewis. Someone had signed in his space by accident, but he was allowed to sign as well and cast his vote. And something else surprised him.
In Indiana, you have to give ID in order to vote, and so when I came here, I never voted in person before. I'd always done absentee, so when I went here, I had my ID ready to go, and they said, oh no, we don't need the ID, just sign in the book, and that's when we realized that there was a problem with the signatures.
The state Senate and Assembly websites show 5 voter ID proposals that have been under consideration. Some would require you to show a photo ID. Some require an ID, but not necessarily a photo. And one requires you to show a government-issued voter registration ID.
Even IDs might not prevent a mix-up. The Help America Vote Act is 10 years old, and the process is still yet to be perfected. Craig Smith, CBS6 News.
Well, tonight at 6:30, Craig Smith will talk us through the problems that some Albany students were dealing with.
One local